they're all that size, just 3-pounders.
Hey, what's up, yo? Hey, Jacob Foutz here. Hey, you know, one of my favorite things in the world to do is catch suspended largemouth around standing timber, places like, you know, like Lake Fork earlier this year. Man, it's a lot of fun. It's actually a simple deal for me. I do like to upsize my plastic. I'll vary my jig head depending on the depth I'm fishing. The shallower, the lighter. The shallower I'm fishing, the lighter the jig head I'll use, and the deeper I'm fishing, the heavier jig head I'll use. Say I'm fishing that 5 to 10 range, I like a 3/16. You know, 10 to 15, I'll upsize to a quarter. And anything deeper than, you know, 15 or 20, I'll go to a 3/8. I don't really go much heavier than that, because when you get into using a 1/2 ounce head, or, you know, a heavier head than that, you run into, when the fish come up and jump, that heavy head, they have a lot of leverage on you. They can throw that deal. But you know, there's a wide array of different minnow style baits you can throw. You know, Strike King makes a good one, Z-Man makes a good one, the Jerk Shad, the Z2, those are my 2 personal favorites. I'll vary my size, 4, 5, 6, 7 inch, just depending on where we are in the country. Day in and day out, 5 inches is what I go to. You know, but at a place like, say we're at Lake Fork, I'll upsize to a 7 inch just to look for a bigger bite. You know, when I'm fishing standing timber, I have a few different baits I like to throw. I'll go through, you know, one's a jig head minnow, another I like a jerk bait. You can throw a glide bait. You can throw a swim bait on a jig head. I like, say, like a 1 ounce spinner bait. I like to slow roll through the tops of that standing timber. That's generally what the 4 or 5 main baits I use. If I had to start, I'd probably start with a jerk bait just to gauge the fish's activity level. You know, if they'll follow a jerk bait and won't commit, I'll go to a minnow, or vice versa. If you can get them on a jerk bait, they tend to be a little bigger for whatever reason. But if I had 2 choices, it'd be a jerk bait and a jig head minnow.